The song is here. You're listening on YouTube. Conditions are perfect. So this is the Kunjed Gyalpo, chapter 16, translated by Jim Valby. Did a really good job. And this chapter is called The Real Condition. So remember, whatever we read here, it's all about your mind, your awareness. It's in the form of a play of two different aspects of your mind talking to each other. The Dharmakaya aspect talking to the Sambhogakaya aspect. So there's no need to understand this intellectually. No one would want that for you. The whole thing serves as like a pointing out, just noticing how things already are, relaxing into that. So let's see. So it starts, then the all-creating monarch, pure perfect presence, bodhicitta, taught this incisive instruction to Dorje Lekpa. He said, "Hey, Sattvavajra, listen. I am the primordial monarch who created all. Teachers, teachings, retinues, and times were created by me. Teachers who teach were created by me. Teachings display my essence. Retinues also manifest my nature. Times and places are unified in my essence. Within the display of the essence of me, the All-Creator, there does not exist even one phenomenon which is other than me. Even you, Mahasattvavajra, are the display of the essence of me, the All-Creator. You were manifested by me from me. Remain naturally in me, the All-Creator, the source of phenomena." So again, it never hurts to repeat. What does it mean that phenomena are not different than awareness? Well, on a very practical level, related to what we were talking about in the group today, it means that attempting to do something with phenomena, to get rid of them, to solve them, to change them in any way, is trying to get rid of your own mind. It's trying to change your own mind. It's finding flaws in your mind. So, like Dawai has said repeatedly recently, if you are seeing enemies, you're making enemies in your own mind. You're going to war against yourself. And so the practice here is to end that civil war, to stop going to war with yourself. So how should these phenomena be seen? Well, by not doing anything with them, by letting them be as they are. They are the energy. They are the display of mind. So they are imbued with compassionate energy. They are the compassionate display. Things are not arising wrongly. Karma is not wrong. Your mind is not wrong, right? That can be painful, particularly if you have been going to war with things. But remember, the central premise here is that we're not creating anything. In Dzogchen, we are relaxing. We are letting things be as it already is. So all these blessings that people want, enlightenment, effortlessness, relaxation, bliss, they are already here. They are already properties of awareness, the same awareness that does not change, that does not have discernible properties. And so simply by resting in that, resting as that, those properties naturally come to fruition. Without any doing, without needing to make any decisions about it. So it continues. Because I, the All-Creator, am already primordially accomplished. You should not teach to any retinues that it is now necessary to act. Yeah, for any reason. You see, these questions about act or not act, they're fundamentally just flawed. Awareness does not have the capacity to act. And it's also not that it doesn't act. It expresses its own nature. Doing and not doing both arise within awareness. So to prefer one over the other is just reinforcing a duality. The analytical premise of that is itself flawed. There's no need to analyze anything that's arising. There's no need to decide what to do. Decisions will just make themselves. Actions will perform themselves. You will thoroughly rest. And you won't be separate from those actions. Right? So in no case should you ever teach anyone that it's necessary to do something, to do some practice, to improve something, to cleanse something. Not from the perspective of this teaching. All those things are just appearances. They're not wrong if they arise, but you don't need to be the one doing them. You don't need to be pretending that you're a character performing actions. So it says, if you teach to retinues that it is now necessary to act, the retinues will be consumed by the disease of struggling. Even if it's good actions, even if it's purification, right? They'll still be doing stuff, trying to achieve a result in something that doesn't need any results, doesn't admit to results. So, this is hard to accept. Practitioners will have the defect of considering that self-originated wisdom does not exist. Practitioners will have the defect of trying to fabricate pure perfect presence. Practitioners will have the defect of trying to fabricate just thatness. Practitioners with these defects disregard the special qualifications of self-perfection. Because practitioners become conditioned and are seduced away from the truth by false paths, their struggles with what does not correspond to the real condition will never achieve what is beyond action. Because you, Sattva, Dorje Lekpa, understand me, the All-Creator. You know that all phenomena created by me are primordial self-originated wisdom, just thatness. The three teachers are my self-originated wisdom. The three teachings also are my just thatness. All retinues are the principle of Dorje Lekpa. All perfections of times and places are the pure perfect presence of me, the all-creating King. Thus he spoke. And the perfections, again, are the teachings, that which is taught, and those who are listening to the teachings, which is just another way of categorizing every possible phenomenon. So the lump sum of all phenomena are called the perfections. So from the all-creating monarch of pure perfect presence, this concludes the 16th chapter about the incisive instruction to Dorje Lekpa. Yeah, it can be very difficult to accept that. And so how do you accept it? Well, you don't badger it into your head. It's not, if you can adopt it as a belief, fantastic. You'll probably save yourself some time. But you don't really have a choice. So what you do here is we have these 10-minute meditations as a group. Maybe by yourself, but at first definitely as a group. And you come here and you practice not having practices. When you sit for 10 minutes and you're not attempting to suppress anything, all these thoughts will arise, all these emotions will arise. Whatever you experienced in the day will arise. It'll all be here. And you'll get practice not doing anything with it. Will you be okay? What will happen? Well, you'll find out. What you experience, we can spoiler it a little bit, is relaxation. These things will arise. You won't do anything about it. By not doing anything about it, you won't be perpetuating it. You won't be ruminating about it. Without that rumination, it fades away. It loses its energy. It has exactly the right amount of energy. And so you can gain confidence just for little things, like an itch. Can you resist scratching an itch for 10 minutes? The itch goes away. It's amazing. And then you can expand that to larger and larger things. There's no need to take your whole life in one gulp. You gain confidence with this. You dip your toes into the pool. You see that it's safe to not have to purify things, not have to protect things. You build this up. This is why there's an appearance of gradualism. If this could be embraced immediately, then there would be no need for any appearance of gradualism. But because that's hard for people, there's this appearance. There's a path. And the path, the means of the path, is nothing other than this naked awareness. It's just trusting it more. The degree of trust that you have with awareness is exactly the same as the degree of rest. Well, there's a question. Cringe. I don't know what that is. Cringe asks, how can I tell if an action is done with awareness or conditioning? Well, honestly, I think it's pretty easy. If there's a feeling, effort or non-effort are phenomena. So if there's a feeling of efforting and you believe that you're doing it, well, then you believe that you're doing it, and you know that because you see it. If there's a feeling of not doing it, and you know that you're not doing it, well, then you're doing that. And you know that because you see it. And then if those don't arise, there's no necessary feeling of effort that involves a self attached to it. And there's no feeling of non-effort that involves a self attached to it. Well, what would you call that? You would call it effortlessness. The opposite of effortlessness is like getting tricked into believing that there is the ability for you to do things. There is no ability for you to do things. There is no means for you to do anything. In order to have such a means, there has to be a self, there has to be a doer. You are dreaming that. And so, without needing to get away from that dream at all, just lucidly knowing that it's a dream, recognizing it, that's enough. It's more than enough. So it's a good question, but what's actually taught here? We don't say be effortless. It would be somewhat irresponsible to say that because people can't do it. We have this book, right? The 4 phases of freedom. It's on our website. It's free. It's for you. And the whole way through, it teaches familiarization with awareness. Please don't worry about effortlessness. There is no point in trying to solve effortlessness. There is only familiarization with awareness familiarization with rest. Oh, thanks. Yeah, she has the link for people here. Oh, very nice. Any sharings or questions? You want to fight with Samantabhadra? Grinch says, sometimes resting feels like choosing the not doing option. That's analysis, right? So just let that analysis do whatever. Let it be. You don't have to choose between doing or not doing. No one is making you. You know, it's like in a dream. In a dream, you're imagining a character. That character is doing things. Are you doing things or are you not doing things? You could analyze it, but don't. Save yourself the time. Whatever you do, it's fine. It doesn't matter what you do. Just rest in awareness. Whatever you're doing, bring awareness to it. Yeah, awesome.
Okay, I hope this is going to be, I don't know if it's going to be helpful or the opposite of helpful, but well, what you said a few minutes ago about we've said that it sometimes it's irresponsible to tell people not not to do something, and what I have heard from difference to me is, and I find that I need a place to stand to see this whole, this whole mess, this whole chaotic mess. And the place to stand for me is not just awareness in the sense of the watcher, or the monitor, or the one who talks to herself about what's happening. The place to stand is something much more spacious, so that I don't have to bring all this stuff into kind of like an awareness that I'm imagining, but I have to I have to know that there's already an awareness that does hold all that. So, yeah, okay.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, awareness here does not mean the watcher. We would just say the watcher. Yeah, it's the nature of that watcher, the nature of phenomena. Awareness is a reductive word. The nature of being aware, nature of consciousness. You could call it Bodhi for a while. That might be fun. But yeah, that's the difference with this practice. It's that we find a place to stand. We get out of the proliferation. It does not really work so well without that. And without that, there's just replacing karma with different karma, improving on karma, which is what this chapter was specifically about not doing. So in order to not do that, there has to be an alternative. So that alternative gets pointed out. You receive a pointing out instruction. You notice the nature of mind, and then you familiarize with it. And then it's always with you. Never changes. All right. Very nice. It was a nice reading. Tal got an interview. I think you passed, huh? Well, thank you, everyone. So we can end here with a dedication. So in this very presence, there are sentient beings who are suffering, alone and confused. Any merit, any goodness we may have generated here today, we can dedicate it all to them and be with them in a moment of silence. Thank you, everyone.